um, Dr. Nna, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Thank you, Ambassador. We have Ambassadress, Madam Selling, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Owerri, and it's great to have you all. And we have able shareholders of SWIFTtrip in the house. Emmanuel Joseph, thank you for being here. Okay, Ambassador Evangelist Tommy Son, they just joined. Thank you for being here. That's the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Owerri, the second hub admin. We have Clara Omonedo, thank you for all you do. We have Alahaji Aderibibe, thank you so much. We have plenty words from Ebonyi. God bless you. Mimi Chats, think it's been a while. Am I right on that? You're welcome. And we have Emmanuel, Ifine, Shalon, Sylvester, Sylvia Adele. You all are welcome to join us today and making this whole meeting awesome. I am Honorable Richard Zanadi, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. And it can only be exciting and more exciting every day we have an opportunity to speak about SWIFTtrip. So God bless you for all you do, and thank you for your participation in SWIFTtrip. Thank you for making SWIFTtrip count. Thank you for making SWIFTtrip a global name. Thank you for all you do every now and then. While others are doubting, we're bouncing right to the top. And let's see what we have for us today, which is what SWIFTtrip is, how the owners of SWIFTtrip will benefit from this, and how the customers of SWIFTtrip will benefit from this. Definitely, this is going to add value to you. So please share the link with everyone you know, with everyone around you. If you have love for those persons, you would want them to know what SWIFTtrip is today. And we say SWIFTtrip is a Web 3.0 decentralized eco chain enterprise, a robust platform for robust services. And to the able shareholders of SWIFTtrip who have been thinking, what is this decentralization all about? We made it clearer that at the launch of SWIFTtrip, the global coin, which will be making use of Swift coin, can relate to the Bitcoin, to every other coin out there. Swift coin, which you'll be making use of in the SWIFTtrip business app, you can top it up from your crypto bank, you can top it up from your local bank, and that means you can also make withdrawals into your crypto bank, which will be instant, and making withdrawals into your local bank, which will be instant. This is amazing, and we give glory to God for allowing us to partake from the new trends. It's all glory to Him. And we say, what are SWIFTtrip's core services? Number one, the aviation. Two, the e-taxi. Three, the e-commerce, the logistics, and the hospitality business. And for those who are coming to encounter this today, maybe through Facebook, through YouTube, we appreciate your presence today. We appreciate the audience you've given to us, and it's only going to be exciting all the way. It will definitely worth your time. So we're calling out on you. Come and be part of a global agenda, a global business. SWIFTtrip will make you an owner of an airport. And when you go out there, please ensure you help them know that this is exactly what SWIFTtrip will do for them. Don't find yourself maybe talking only about the e-taxi business, the e-commerce. Talk about the aviation. Be excited about what you have at hand. And the more excited you are, the more you will be able to pass this information to everyone that is in need of it. So, the aviation, a transportation business, the e-taxi, a transportation business, the e-commerce, Someone will ask, why are we bringing the e-commerce into a transportation sector? Because seeing the name SWIFTtrip, you already know that this is all about transportation. And do you know that the e-commerce is about 20 times larger than the aviation industry? And that means the logistics, it's a massive market when it comes to talking about transportation. All right, when a person buys from the e-commerce store like the Alibaba, Jumia, Konga, what's the next challenge that is faced? How will I, the seller, send these products to the buyer? And what will solve that? It's not Bluetooth. You get it? It's not Wi-Fi. It's not data. It is transportation. Whether internationally, whether locally, SWIFTtrip covers you. And I'm giving you some examples of companies in there. And we have the hospitality, which solves strandedness from all customers of SWIFTtrip. But nevertheless, one major challenge we'll be facing is fully booked. Yeah, and that's a good challenge. So let's look into this more detailed. The SWIFTtrip Airways, powered by Swiftify, and that gives us example of Airpeace, Eric, already into this niche. Isn't that interesting? That we're not the first coming to accomplish this. And when people say, hey, it's going to be capital intensive, I tell them, hello, relax, we would raise the capital. We will raise the capital. When God gives you a vision, pray for the grace to raise the capital. Do you get it? And that's why we're coming with a strategy of the 2.4 million shareholders, which will be so impactful in terms of a global business. I don't know, but I will get to that point. But let's look at the e-taxi business. SWIFTtrip, powered by Swiftify, and we have Uber, boats already into this. And it baffles me when someone is saying, can it be possible? Is it possible? We've been robbed with conditioning of impossibility. We've been robbed a lot of future possibilities. So please let go of those conditions of the mind and reprogram. So deprogram and reprogram your mind. It's very necessary we do that for ourselves, and we'll be able to move ahead to accomplish something great. Then we have the SwiftMart, powered by Swiftify, e-commerce business. We have the Amazon, we have the Jumia. SwiftMart is coming to change the norm. And we have the logistics, SWIFTtrip Logistics, powered by Swiftify. It's a logistic business, and we have Ops, we have DHL already into this. And isn't that amazing that when a buyer buys from the SwiftMart, you would not need any third-party company coming to solve this need for us. SWIFTtrip solves it. And we have the Swift Homes, powered by Swiftify, the hospitality services. We have Transcorp, we have Chevron, we have so many other companies. You can list so many out there, and they are making good profits. Even when you go to substandard hospitality units, you still see guests in it. So what about those that are there to render quality services? So beautiful that a person will check into a hotel, ₦1,000,000, ₦1,000,000. At the day breaks 12 noon that day. You're having a call from the receptionist. Are you not checking out? Are you checking in? Are you reserving the room? Whatever English they use. That's to say the 1 million paid. If it was 6 p.m. the other night, it's gone. And when you go to hotels, you will discover that the 1 million I just mentioned, it's change compared to where. Don't worry. You know, when we are facing challenges, maybe financial challenges or whatever, we will think it's the same with everybody's pocket. And that's why when you prospect in your business, prospect it. Don't prospect it by putting everybody in your pocket. Some people will now say, people don't have money, people are complaining. Are you in their pocket? It's an error for a person to speak of a vision putting other persons in his or her pocket. Stop it. The easiest way to prospect your business, say it as though everybody has the money. So, able shareholders of SWIFTtrip, when you go out there to speak, if it be that you just drank Gary and granite, go out there and speak with audacity, like an owner of an airport. And you will find the people who have the money, and they'll be happy and excited to come. It's all about the kind of energy you vibrate into the realm of what we call that infinite realm. There's what they call infinite supply. And every person living today operates in his or her own frequency. And there are three kinds of frequencies in that thought realm. Thoughts, the things you think about, they are real. So real, even more than the physical. You don't understand? When we talk about the spiritual, the easiest way to think about the spiritual, it's your thoughts. That's why you are a spirit being. The spiritual controls the physical. Do you want to learn how to enter into abundance without needing to change anything around you? You want to learn it? Very simple. Change your thoughts. 3 levels of thoughts that you can easily operate in. Number 1, poverty thought. Lack. Scarcity. It's a thought frequency. And it's the reality you create for yourself. Is somebody with me? It's a reality you create for yourself. So, if you're experiencing scarcity, if you're experiencing lack, it's not about the things happening in Nigeria. It's about what's happening inside of you. Somebody with me? Maybe I'm in the mood to teach that today. It's happening inside of you, not happening to Nigeria. What are you thinking about? You drank Gary, and you are not seeing the possibility of eating fried rice by evening because of the things around you. You're only seeing Gary. You would get Gary again. Do you want to change that? Start feeling. Is it maybe I just use fried rice as something maybe which I know many people like. Some people like swallow more than fried rice, I know. But let's just use fried rice and chicken as the good lifestyle, just to project something here. Your mind don't know that what you drank was Gary, not until you think about Gary. Is somebody with me? Are you learning something? You drank Gary this morning. Your mind, even your own mind, don't know that you drank Gary. Not until you give it the impression that you drank Gary with what? Thinking about it. When you think about it, what your mind is hearing is this person needs more Gary. My master needs more Gary to drink. And what is he going to do? The mind will move into that thought frequency, that spiritual realm, which is that line of scarcity. Is going to be vibrating down there. And it's going to attract more things that will just bring in the circumstances that all you can afford is Gary. Are you with me? That's how people attract scarcity to themselves. Learn it and set yourself free. When you understand the powers of the mind, I think I've just entered on that realm. Most times I don't talk as if I want you to be owner of SWIFTtrip or be part of SWIFTtrip. I teach you with all of my heart. If I get to that mood, I'm in that mood. And when I am okay with what I've taught, I will come back to SWIFTtrip. Now you want to change that. All you need to do is when you eat that Gary, which is the available, because that Gary is all you can afford today, you attracted it to yourself with the thoughts you were thinking in the past, which was yesterday or just few minutes that has passed. If you keep dwelling on that thought, the next thing you will have is what? Scarcity more. So what do? Now you have learned that your mind don't even know what you are passing through now, not until you tell it Your mind, that's the subconscious mind. We have two kinds of mind, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the mind that changes everything about your world. The subconscious mind is what is going to give unto us now the SWIFTtrip Airways. Are you with me? It's the subconscious mind, not the conscious mind. So what you need to do, your conscious mind is always alert with all that is happening around. Your conscious mind actually know, because somebody would say, if my mind doesn't know about the Gary, then how? I don't understand. It's two kinds of mind. Let me teach you. The conscious mind is the mind you use to go soak that Gary. It directed you. You know where you kept it, and then you took it, you ate it. You know how to feed yourselves. The conscious mind is what's at work, which is the sight, the smell, the touch, and what again? The feelings. We have so many, Abi, 5 of them. You know them. Those are the 5 senses, the conscious mind. So the question is, like I said, if your mind don't know about it, what mind doesn't know? Your subconscious mind. That's the sleeping mind. That's why they call it the subconscious mind. And it's that mind that changes your world. That sleeping mind, you can't impact on it just like that, just by being, you can't impact on it just by these activities you're doing right now. You impact on it by meditation, by the things you hold in your heart the most. When you hold that thought of suffering, that thought of scarcity the most in your heart, that thought of sickness, that thought of the fear of death, whatever a person is thinking, and actually that person does not want it, holding thoughts of maybe accidents, your person might be saying, I don't want. What your mind is actually would be impacting on the subconscious mind is, I want it, and I want it in quantum. You don't want to be poor? Then stop saying, I don't want to be poor. Are you with me? If you say, I don't want to fail, I don't want to be poor, what your mind is hearing is, I want to be poor. That's what is being impacted on your subconscious mind. I feel like saying hallelujah. So, when you finish drinking that Gary, maybe in the morning, afternoon, night, you want to sleep, do not bother yourself thinking about the Gary. Or the easiest way, I'll just put it, as you put that Gary maybe for your dinner to drink, based on that's the only thing you have available. You don't even have the money to add granules to it. Drink that Gary, but what you should be seeing in that plate, what you should be feeling, should be fried rice and chicken. As simple as that. That is the secret of bringing yourself into abundance. Did I teach somebody? I know somebody has not got it. That is the simple secret of bringing yourself into abundance. Should I take you to the Bible where Jesus said, let the rich, or let the poor say, I am rich. It is it. Let the poor say, I am what? Rich. You will not just be saying it. You have to feel it by thinking about it. Having that same feeling, as though maybe you don't have anything in the account now. How would you feel if you have 100 million naira in your account now? Now that you have that 0 naira, that 2,000 naira, that 5,000 naira, and it's your all, begin to feel like a person who have 500 million naira. Ask yourself, if I have 500 million, if your case is money, if I have 500 million naira, how will I feel? How will I speak? Begin to speak like that. Begin to think like that. Begin to talk like that. Begin to feel that energy around you. You are trekking. You are trekking, sir, ma, and your need is a car. Stop. You won't have that car by feeling the pain of trekking. Oh, why am I trekking? Oh, I hate to be trekking. You know my mates that have car. Why can't I have car? What your mind will be hearing is you want more trekking and you want more suffering. All you need to do, change that trekking. As you are trekking, as you took a ride in a cab, you stop, see yourself entering the best car, that your dream car. Feel it. If you have that Tundra, maybe that's what you like, that latest Tundra, how would you feel with the driver driving you? Begin to see that driver in that keke bus driving you in your Tundra. Feel it. Feel it. The more you feel it, you will begin to impact in that subconscious mind, that your subconscious mind does not know that you are in a keke bus. When you begin to feel that ride, that cozy ride in that Tundra with a driver taking you to your destination, your mind, your sleeping mind begins to see you in Tundra. That's how it works. And then it will awaken and start to pull everything around you. It will only take time. It begins to pull it. It begins to pull it. It begins to make everything that soonest, if you can maintain that thought, you will drive something better than the Tundra. And you will drive something better than the latest one, as it's when you were thinking about it. All you need is time. And that's why the Bible says, if you doubt in your heart, it says you won't receive it. When that thing is forming, you find yourself back to that thought of the low frequency. So I said there are three, Abby. The scarcity, the average, and then the abundance. That's worthy realm. Learn to shift. You need to read books on the mind. And the moment you as a shareholder of SWIFTtrip has been able to shift your mindset, your focus, take your subconscious mind to begin to impact on your sleeping mind, the subconscious mind, on the kind of personality you are, that you truly are. That's what you want to be. Start seeing it, start feeling it. Stop thinking about what you are now, because if you are thinking about what you are, that is what you'll be attracting to yourself the more. So keep feeling it, keep thinking it, keep feeling it, keep thinking it. The more you do, you will find yourself able to speak about being an owner of an airport. Many of us are unable to speak about it because in our subconscious mind, we've not been able to impact ourselves with such an information. We are still seeing ourselves like in that condition where we are. You should be able to impact, see yourself as the owner of that airport, so that when your soul, spirit, and body has been able to relate to it, then you go out there with audacity, you speak about it. And when people hear you speak about it, they will know in their spirit that this thing that this person is saying, it's real. Because it's not about what is physical. It is the spiritual. The spiritual is more real than the physical. Thoughts are things. From today, be careful of what you think about. You cannot find yourself speaking impactfully when you have just been wandering in the thoughts of sicknesses, been wandering about in the thoughts of scarcity. You've been wandering about in the thoughts of lack. You cannot impact anybody like that. Do you want to live an impactful life? Start first to impact yourself. Impact yourself first. Convince yourself first. Believe in yourself first. And then move out. I don't know if I helped someone today. If there is nothing you took out of all of this I said, Sama, go home with the information that you can change your own life simply by changing your thinking. Change your life by changing your thinking. To put it easy, like Brian Tracy said, change your thinking. Change your life. Are you with me? It's that simple. So, let's move on and see if SWIFTtrip has gone live. All of this we're talking about We say no, SWIFTtrip is currently at its vision stage, and that's the development stage. And we are calling out to subscribers to facilitate the business development with us. So, what are the subscription level that subscribers can partake from? You could be a stakeholder or you could be a node holder. The stakeholders are persons who come into SWIFTtrip from level 1 to level 7. These are subscribers who subscribe to the larger portion of the subscription level of SWIFTtrip, or the profit share of SWIFTtrip, the larger volume. And then we have the node holders who have access to the minimum level or the minimum profits units of SWIFTtrip, which is 0.5015%. So when you maybe I ask you a question, what level of subscriber are you in SWIFTtrip? You say, I'm a node holder. Do you know how much volume of the company you own? You own 0.50125%. And that means you are not earning that share at the end of the day. Sorry, yes, at the end of the day. You're not earning at the end of the day. You're not earning at the end of the month. You're not earning that at the end of the year. You're earning it at the end of that transaction. As it happens, you earn instantly. Isn't that the kind of life we want to live? Sama, don't miss SWIFTtrip for nothing in the world. Let's see if we have our Facebook Live going on and the communications going on over there. I need your comments, I need your reviews, I need your shares. So please ensure that you are participating on that call on the live Facebook stream. Okay, it's going to open up and then I'll be able to read through with the comments. So leave your comments on the Facebook, leave your comments on YouTube, and it's going to be awesome. So having understood the stakeholders and the node holders terms, these are terms used to categorize our subscribers in SWIFTtrip. So we say, when will SWIFTtrip go live? Now you are well informed to now understand this aspect. 5% of the profit share from the system on this app you see on the screen is given to the shareholders. That is, persons that came together to build this app. Whatever transaction is done, someone books flight, someone books ride, the e-taxi, someone buys, someone sends goods to anywhere to the buyer, someone checks into our hotel, you earn out of that 5%. So as a deluxe owner, from that 5%, you are getting your 0.05%. As a node holder, you're getting your 0.50125%. That's 0.0000125%. Is it clear? So the business is going to launch at the minimum sales of 3%. The 3% is reserved for node holders, and 2% is reserved for the stakeholders. So if you're a stakeholder in SWIFTtrip, you are actually buying from the 5% share. Are we together? Okay, did I give that very correctly? I said, if you're a stakeholder, you are buying from the 2% in that 5%. Yes. And if you're a node holder, you're buying from the 3%. So the launch of SWIFTtrip is not calculated in the 5%, it's calculated in the 3%. So once 3% is sold off, the opportunity is gone. Every other share will be sold for 200 million naira minimum. I've said that several times. Write it down. That's exactly what's going to happen. And better than that will happen. At the launch of SWIFTtrip, I, Honorable Richard Nadi, tells a billionaire 500 million naira. He would not argue. She would not argue. They will pay because of what their eyes can see. So you that someone will tell out there, you are unknown, no level, you are small, you are from that village, nothing good can come out from that place. Hello, join us. We are small, right? Come, let's build, collaborate with us. If you collaborate with me, you are collaborating with 2.4 million people. Come, let's collaborate. Leverage on me, I leverage on you. Together, we bounce right to the top. And what we will have built, the persons who say they matter will crave, will beg for that thing that you have put in place. By the time it's done, many will understand. And I keep telling us, many would not know the kind of person I am, not until I hand over to you the SWIFTtrip Airways. I've just taught you a big secret this morning. And maybe I said it in a way that some might not understand, but that is my secret. You and I, we are negative by default. We are meant to be poor by default. Every negative man is a poor man. You will never see a negative billionaire. You will never see a pessimistic, wealthy man. It does not happen. In the realm of that thought pattern, the river to poverty is negativity. The river to wealth is positivity. There are things I know so strong that this airport, I tell you, it's a done deal. All you need to do is follow. And when you are following, leave the things that has those past experience. Leave it, just follow foolishly. Many of us, we have encountered losses. We have encountered things that raised our hopes and it dashed it to the ground, along with the persons we brought into the business. But if you've not learned anything, you should have learned that when a person tells you today, bring money and put in this thing, and you'll be getting money, you ask, when will I start? Tell you, tomorrow. In fact, what it was tomorrow, under 24 hours, just go refresh your page. You will see money has dropped. Maybe 5% of what you put in. If you have not learned any lesson by now, and tomorrow, a person still tells you that, bring money and you will earn money tomorrow, is the type I now call mumu. I told myself, say, first mumu, no be mumu. Second mumu, nine be mumu. For the foreigners who will be watching, I'm a Nigerian. I just spoke Nigerian language. Nigerian English. First mumu, no be mumu. Second, nine be mumu. Please, grow. When you have, there should be no hurry. There's no need of you being hurried to get wealthy. What has been killing us is our hurry. They tell you now, come and build business. Work. Let's work together until it launches. And when people do this, we get this. When people do this, we get this. When people do this, this is the result. No. We want the one that all our hard-earned money, we put it in just to go and sleep, and then from nowhere, the next day, 10% has entered. At the end of the month, they tell you have made 100%. You will be glad to go into it. Sharp, will end us in that thing that they told us it will pay us, or it will elevate us. Sharp, it will slice us down. Sharp. Are we together? So if anyone has experienced those kind of life, the day you encounter SWIFTtrip should be the day you begin to rise. You begin to rise. End of losses and beginning of steady profits. So we say towards the launch of SWIFTtrip is embedded in the milestone of 2.4 million note holders. And the one who is hearing today first is asking, how? How do you mean that it takes 2.4 million persons to launch SWIFTtrip? We say minimum volume to sell is 3%. Do you get it? Before we launch, we're going to sell 3% out of the profit share given to the shareholders. And then the volume of the note holders, because I said that is reserved for the note holders only. So anyone who buys the note buys from the 3%. So the minimum or the volume of the note is 0.5015%. So 3 divided by 0.5015% gives you 2.4 million node units. Do the math yourself. And when you hear a shareholder SWIFTtrip tells you it takes 2.4 million persons to launch the business, they are telling you that it's 1 subscriber to 1 unit. So the initial business launch before we scale global is in Nigeria and in the United Kingdom. Congratulations to all shareholders of SWIFTtrip that Swiftify Technologies is registered in the United Kingdom and in Nigeria. That is no longer a news, and it's no longer a challenge. It's no longer anything that anybody can now say to you, the company cannot even launch or register in United Kingdom, let alone launching over there. That has been dusted. When we are approaching the bridge, many challenged us to say we can't even register in the United Kingdom. Today, isn't that a thing of the past? That's how we keep moving. Baby steps per day. At the end of the day, people would look at us and just be amazed. How did it happen? It didn't just happen. It happened from series of baby steps. What makes SWIFTtrip stand out from the rest? The PYC, the ability of always putting our customers on payroll, changes everything about SWIFTtrip. It changes everything about global businesses. Everything about the business you used to know, which has to do with the KYC, the PYC, changes it all. And the 95% left from the 5% which goes to shareholders, it's shared as follows. From the PYC analysis, you'll be able to see here how the customers of SWIFTtrip are placed on payroll. Because why I want to do this now, I would have skipped it, but an intelligent mind who is following would have asked a question when I gave the calculation of the launch of SWIFTtrip, saying 5% is given to the shareholders. Someone would then ask, if 5% is given, what happens to that 95%? So I'm helping you on that now. And you see on my screen, passenger profit, who is the profit generator, pays 100%. Whatever that person pays is considered 100% into the company purse. 100% comes to the platform, and the company gives 5% to the shareholders. The stakeholders get 2%, note holders get 3%. You understand that right now. The man who made the trip happen is called the service provider. The driver on the e-taxi gets 80%. On this analysis, the customers who brought in the passenger ends in 3 levels. 1%, 0.3, 0.1, 0.1, first to fourth generation, and it's in total 1.5%. The same goes to the people who recommended the driver. Amazing. So in total, about 8 persons earn. 8 persons placed on payroll on every trip that happens. There's something also amazing happens, which is the man who booked the ride. It's like you taking a cab. They have given you, rendered a service to you. You come down from the cab and you are still stretching your hand, say, pay me. Isn't that insane? But SWIFTtrip is coming in to make that insane, that you took a ride or whatever service may be, and at the end of it, you are not paid. It becomes insane. Who would have told you that your mobile phone will make you a celebrity? Who could have told you that just a mobile phone can take your face worldwide? If they had told maybe Two-Face Idibia them, they would have said it's a lie. It cannot happen. Because then there were so many, don't worry, you already understand. Mobile phone has transformed everything today. Everything is going digital. Can now carry little computers around. That's changing everything. And the owners of these computers, we are coming to the era that if they patronize you with that computer they bought with their money, and all you are doing is to take from them, the day they find where they are paid from those little devices they spent hard-earned money to purchase, they are paid when they use it to patronize you, that will be the end of the companies that are just there to sap in the name of KYC. So at the launch of SWIFTtrip, the PYC will overrule the KYC worldwide. And we are proud. So proud. And we give all glory to God that we are the first worldwide, globally. Go check it. SWIFTtrip is the first to perform the PYC worldwide. Congratulations. I shake your hands. Congratulations that you are part of this pioneering agenda. So you're not just coming to be a subscriber, you're coming to pioneer a new decentralized era globally. Don't miss it. And then we move on to the owners. Who's the brain behind SWIFTtrip? That's Honorable Richard Nadi, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. Thank you so much, everyone, for believing in me. And together, we just keep getting better and better. And we look at how you profit as a subscriber in SWIFTtrip. Case study. We have the deluxe here as reference of the 0.05%. And we have the node holder slot as a reference to the 0.50 to 5%. And I will now take you to the per trip profit evaluation. This is a slide that needs your imagination to understand. So you have to give me that imagination. Let's project into the future together that SWIFTtrip has launched business globally. And a trip happened in the United States, and the person, that woman who booked the ride, paid $4 at the end of it. If you're a deluxe owner, how much are you going to earn from that ride? Simply say 4 multiplied by 0.05%, you get 0.002 cents. And if that trip is done in Nigeria, wherever you are in the world, as a deluxe owner, that money gets to you. Via what? Your mobile device. Oh my God. It pains me that many are still living in the past. Many are still living in the past. Many have not come to the awakening of what this new trend is all about. You have that powerful device with you, and all you can do is cause? No. You can only say, if you have heard yourself saying, the world is a global village. The world is a global village. And all you do is to call around the world, hello, how are you? How is Germany today? How are you doing over there in France? You have friends everywhere and they're reaching out and say, oh, the world is a global village. Sir, man, you're not permitted to call the world a global village. Not until you start making money from every currency in the world. That's when you should say the world is a global village. And only systems can do that for us. 2,000 naira multiplied. So if a trip is done in Nigeria and that man paid 2,000 naira, if you multiply that by 0.05%, how much would you get? You get 1 naira. 1 naira. And a man who subscribed to SWIFTtrip for 128 million naira, you're showing him how he earns 1 naira. If that person has been used to Pomzi, you think that person will be happy with you? But show this kind of opportunity to a man like Obasanjo, who from your recharge cards, my data, the man is making kobo. You know, some people are trying to save money. Save. I do tell us at times, and I'm in the mood to talk about it today, how I hate savings. That advice, they say save. No. Right from time, it doesn't go well with me. I was about the age of 16, 18. Whenever I hear that, or people will say, you have to do so many things so you can be wealthy. I keep just saying to myself, one thing you can do can be unlimited stream of income. I never knew it to be SWIFTtrip. SWIFTtrip is that one thing you will do, and it's unlimited. Unlimited stream. You don't need to do many things. Just build a system. Join us to build a system. You will never need to save. And you will never need to touch the ones that's in the bank account. That thing in the bank, I don't call it savings. You didn't try to save it. Obasanjo has so much money today in something you can't quote. From that kobo. He didn't try to save it. It's just simply because he could not finish the one that is coming today. So at the end of the day, he pushed it into the bank. Keep it there. Because the one coming, he can't finish it. Isn't that the kind of life we need to live? Save for the rainy day, save for the rainy day. Cut down expenses, cut down expenses. You are reducing your life. Trillions and trillions and trillions of transactions. My God. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. So we just want to do something small. Tens of trillions. So when SWIFTtrip has completed 50 trillion trips, how would you have earned, or what would you have earned? If you earning that little from a trip of 2,000 naira, $4, and we have performed 50 trillion trips. You know, many people will be arguing here to say, is it possible to perform 50 trillion trips? No, that's not. And SWIFTtrip ambassadors, SWIFTtrip able shareholders, not the CEO, none of us find ourselves trying to convince anybody about figures. We leave you to the one that is okay with your mind. Simply ask you a question. Do you agree with us that when we launch business, we can do one trip the first day? If you say no, we ask you in the first week, can we? You say yes, awesome. Now, if we can perform one trip, that means a time will come we perform 50 trillion trips. I'm talking of just the e-taxi. Think about the aviation, think about the e-commerce, think about logistics, think about the hospitality. Just the e-taxi. Can we perform 50 trillion trips, sir? If you say yes, congratulations. The time frame for you, maybe it's not the time frame for me. Follow me. 3 years, I'm done with this. 5 years here is a worst case. Regardless of the statistics or whatever anybody will be trying to project, ask the person, in 50 years, is it okay? Can we perform it? The person says no. Ask the person, in 500 years, can we perform it? The person says yes. Congratulations, follow us. No one's bother arguing. A person who is arguing more he has not come to understand the power of system. So don't find yourself trying to, just when the person starts making the money, the person will understand it. Isn't that? So rather than complaining, follow. You don't understand what we're saying? Join. Don't tell your children that I couldn't understand what they were saying. That's why I could not I'm not one of these airports today you are seeing here. Because I was trying to be sure, I wanted to understand. So since I was not understanding, I left. Oh, but now look at what I'm saying. No, now I understand. Now that you understand, you have missed it. Follow. Let's get it done. 1 naira times 50 trillion trips without pressing your calculator. That's 50 trillion naira. Have you touched 50 trillion? Have I touched 50 trillion? I have not touched it. I don't know about you. I tell you my own as it be. Have not touched it. Have I touched 1.25 billion? I have not touched it. This is what I taught you about the power of the subconscious mind. In there, we have touched it. And the only thing that is left is for that thing to happen and just happen and manifest it. And that's why they say all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. Don't try to do the one that you cannot do. When will SWIFTtrip launch? Okay, when are we going to get the 2.4 million people? Which date? When? How? It will take 20 years. Oh, if it takes 20 years and you become an owner of an airport, 20 years. You're not happy? Don't follow. In 20 years, it will be like yesterday, and you will now see that we are now owners of an airport in 20 years, and you were left behind. That's how I talk my own. Isn't that the truth? Simple truth. I talk it as it is. I'm not ever here to think of how will I make it sweet for people to agree with me today. I need to make it palatable. I need to make it, let my words be enticing. I don't do that. Anyhow I come, I say it. At the end of the day, anyone that follow me as I am, you will definitely say, oh, thank you. And then first, thank God I agreed. And then, thank you, sir, for just standing on your word. If I'm a person that is trying to look for people's money to run, I'll be looking for how to make it sweet. Many times, shareholders have come to me to say, sir, is there a way we can make the presentation sweeter, palatable? I say, I'm not a sweet person. I'm not a type that is trying to cajole. I say it as it is. If you like it, congratulations. If that person don't like it, there's someone that likes it, and I'm okay with the one that likes it. Be that one that likes it. Are you with me? That's it. I will get it done. 0.205 cents multiplied by 50 trillion. That's $100 billion. If we have not impacted our subconscious minds to match this financial blueprint, we can't talk about it. We can't even have gotten this realm or this class of logic that can play out and take us up to this realm. Do you see why you just have to deal with that smallness inside? You must deal with it. You must believe it before you can touch it. Are you with me? Believe it before you touch it. The low class, those persons in the crowd who you might tell, and then they will shun you. They need the help. But when you tell them, they will be the one to rob you. If they get out, it will not work. Have you ever seen anybody who is a trillionaire in dollars? It's just the thought. They don't need any magic. Just the thought. They want somebody to become it before they believe it. They don't believe that they can be it, and then people will use them to make example, to say, people are trillions in dollars, oh yeah, let's do our own. No, it's the one that when people have done it, then, oh yeah, let's do our own. Be that one that gives people example, and then they will say, because this person can be it, let us go. Stop finding the one that people have become. When you tell a person that SWIFTtrip makes you a trillionaire in dollars, and the person says, you don't see who, you should be proud, you should be happy. That in fact, first, you were able to agree. That means that there is something inside of you that we can only classify as a lion. You are a lion. I am a lion. And we only look for lions to be part of this. Are there not antelopes? Are there not chickens out there? Yes, there are. There are many who will hear it and they will just fly away. Fly, sharp, sharp, run away. Move out. Spin. As antelopes, when a lion roars, what happens? Boom, they disappear. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. So when you go out there, don't try to gather everybody. Gather only the lions. Those who hear and say, this is what I've been looking for. They are the ones we're looking for. And in that class of people, no matter how I say it, because I am talking from the vision, they will like it. So a person come and tell me that I don't like it. I don't, because of how I said, hello, that one is not a lion. Leave the person. Everybody must not be part of it. 0.705 cents multiplied by 50 trillion trips. $2.5 million. 0.4025 kobo. How much do you get? You get multiplied by 50 trillion trips. That gives us, what do we see there? 1.25 billion. Subscribers asset growth evaluation in 5 years, which you have seen in our analysis. $128,000 grown into $100 billion. $100 grown into 25 million, $2.5 million. And the Naira version is over there. Congratulations. We bounce right to the top. SWIFTtrip will make you $1 trillion in dollars. Believe it, you will leave it. You doubt it, you watch us leave it. What will I be doing as a subscriber awaiting the launch? Inculcate the same passion, the same purpose, the same persistence in helping people and in helping SWIFTtrip. What do I mean? I simply mean you should be passionate, be purposeful, and be persistent. All of these qualities, they are all a conscious effort. Media, are we together? They are all conscious efforts. Did you get me? To be passionate, to be persistent, to be purposeful, it is not unconscious action. For us to be here every morning talking about this, and every night we'll sleep, it's not an unconscious effort. We didn't just carry ourselves and we decided consciously. So passion is a thing that you would rekindle by yourself. Even when you don't feel like it, you should be feeling like it by force. You will fire yourself up and move out. Talking about it. Somebody told you, get out. It doesn't matter. Do you know what we faced before everything has become like soft today? The hard ground about SWIFTtrip has been broken. It has been shattered. There is no person out there that will tell me that people are not agreeing, people are not liking it. You didn't pass what we passed through in 2021. Not in 2022. The hard ground has been broken. All you need to do to help people, be passionate. They say when you know that what you are doing is right, you will give people time to understand. Even you who might be complaining that people know the group, know the group, not listen to what they talk. Did you not stress the person that told you about SWIFTtrip? How many times did they share this link for you before you agreed to it? So when you know that, even when you were hearing it that time, it sounded like the person, if you listen to this person, you are like helping that person. The person will just make money from you to bring you into this business. Did you feel like that? Give people time. When people are acting their own, know that you also acted the same. When you heard SWIFTtrip, you were like judgmental. You wanted to this thing, you weighed it. Give people time to do the same. Their own might be faster, they might not do it, or their own might be worster. There's any English like that. Give them time. Be passionate, just be purposeful, just be persistent. Purposeful means that on purpose, you wake up this morning, you deliberately decide to launch out. By that, as you quicken the fire, that fire inside of you, purposefully you say, okay, I'm not going to stay here and be calling, I'm going into the street. On purpose, you do it. And as you do that, persistent, add that ingredient. Just keep doing it every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Keep gathering the list of those persons you are, and leave friends alone, leave families alone. If you will tell family and friends, just tell them so that they will not say you didn't tell them. Don't tell them and you are trying to hear what they will say. If what they will say is contrary to what you are talking about, you already know that that's what they will say. Move ahead. You only told them so that they would not say you didn't tell them. Are you with me? Simple. Friends, family will always remind you of who you are, where you have been, the class you belong, and all of it. You're telling a family member that I'll make you an owner of an airport. That person will tell you, what? Have you forgotten where you're coming from? It will remind you of everything about the past. So it takes only some family members, some friends that would hear this and say, oh, thank you. How did you know this is what I've been looking for? So you just have to tell them, in case that person is the type that we need. Also, that person comes, but don't tell family, don't tell members or friends, so that you will hear what they have to say. Most time what they have to say is fear. I'm not talking to you from, you know that when I talk to you, I don't talk, I am a bomb marketer. I am not, none of my family members are taking SWIFTtrip serious. You should know that. So when I tell you, they say, oh, leave family alone, I know what I'm talking about. It is strangers that will make that thing happen. And then when you are able to pay bills, you will see all the family members say, oh, I like him. When you become that trillionaire in dollars, your family member will go to ask you, say, you know this kind of thing you didn't tell us. So tell them so that they won't say you didn't tell them. If I am here listening to what family have to say, you think I'll be here? I tell you these things because they are the things that I have practiced, and most I learned from Jack Ma, the CEO of Alibaba.com. You know that site. Go listen to Jack Ma talk. You see a man who started from a point of total rejection, and today they pay him millions of dollars just to stand to talk about success. Be purposeful about your life. Don't let anybody tell you, say, what do you think about SWIFTtrip? They told you about SWIFTtrip. You can't to go meet a friend. I heard this thing. They told me about it. The friend I told you, hey, it's good though. It's good. Go for it. You now say, oh, it's good. I go for it. What kind of life is that? Please, do not join SWIFTtrip by so doing. A person tells you to join and encourage you to join. That's why you joined. If you will not join because you say, I will not join. If you will join because you decided to be part of this race. Not because a friend encouraged you. Be responsible. And let's make this thing happen. Live the same results and the same fulfillment with us. By what? Being purposeful, helping people. Be passionate, helping people. Be persistent, helping people. Definitely you live the same results of more money now in this vision stage, and you will live that more fulfillment of what? Being a better version of you. That's when you will be like Pastor Chris, who will say, throw me into the desert, take everything I own, give me 3 years, what I built in 30 years, I will replicate it. It can only happen by becoming, there are processes you pass through. It shapes you. You see the process of SWIFTtrip, it will change everything about you. You're looking at a man who you know that when you shake him now, turn him upside down. Money to build an airport, you know they're there. But by the time you see it done, you will know that whatever you think about and you hold it firm in that subconscious mind, you can get it done. Has something not changed inside of you? Permanent shift forever. Don't miss this. So more money. How do I earn it? We say SWIFTtrip Media business pays. Be part of this media work we do here. Be part of it. Share the information. Help as many to get to know about it. And we say recommend a stakeholder, you get 10% direct advert commission. Recommend a note holder, you get 15% on the advert bonus. If you multiply that by 1,000 naira, which is our equivalent today, you get 15,000 naira. You get $2.5 in the second generation of your advert bonus. You get $1 in the third generation, and you get $0.5 in the fourth generation. So as you are campaigning SWIFTtrip, ensure you help others to do the same. And the intergeneration bonuses on advert bonuses will take care of you now. There's one of our ambassadors. He made a testimony one day with us. He said for a long time he was unable to register people in SWIFTtrip. He said, but the work he has done, every day he log into his app, his shareholders app, he sees 20,000 naira. That's approximately $20. He sees it every single day. As he makes withdrawal, the next day it comes back. What could be that better? That's somebody's salary. Somebody is making it per day. You might not understand, not until you decide to carry SWIFTtrip as a global agenda. You push it as it is, and the result will follow. Extra major cash award. As you keep on telling people, you've activated 50 units for 50 shareholders. The company say thank you. This one is beyond family members registration. The company says you are qualified as a SWIFTtrip runner. It means you are running with a vision, and you get that bonus of $50. SWIFTtrip icon, you get an advert bonus, an extra cash award of $1,000 after you've activated 500 nodes. You become the face of SWIFTtrip after you've activated 5,000 activated nodes, and that's a $10,000 award, approximately 10 million naira. Thank you so much for all you do for SWIFTtrip, and we said there are a lot of items to be won: mobile phones, shirts, caps, bags of rice, and so much more. And how to earn them? You should just simply activate 20 nodes within a week, within Friday 6 p.m. to Friday 6 p.m., and that's done. You get a brand new mobile phone. 15 units, 15 nodes in a week, you get 50 kg bag of rice. Christmas is coming. You can share bags of rice for so many people. 10 activated nodes, 25 kg bags of rice. 8 nodes, you get traveling bags, blender, t-shirts, and all of that. They're all written there, so everyone wins. And you see these advert bonuses. If a person sees it and call it Pomzi, you have to just, it's either you pardon the person and just explain word to the person that whatever the subscriber is paying, whatever I subscribe, we are not looking for this money to pay you. You worked for it, you sold it, the person paid. We take the money and pay you. In that subscription fee, there is advert fee, there is project fee. Project fee goes to the projects. The stakeholder, 90% the project, 10% advert. Is it the deluxe? The company will never reduce that 10% and say no. That 12.8 million, your own. CEO will not come to me to say, you know that we're in a vision stage, so take 5%. 5% is 6.4 million. You know that can do a lot for you. God forbid the CEO will ever say that. What is yours, you get it. I am Honorable Richard Tanade, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. Thank you so much once again for all you do. Thank you. I appreciate you. Those on Telegram, thank you so much. Those on Facebook, thank you. On YouTube. So it's now time to take us on how to subscribe. So we say do not miss the SWIFTtrip profit share offer. And we'll now talk about the subscribers level. How do you subscribe in SWIFTtrip? Media. Thank you. Let the Facebook viewers see the slide. Subscribe now. Media, are you there? Subscribe now to SWIFTtrip, Swiftify Technologies Limited. Naira account is there. The USD FCNB account is there. The pounds FCNB is there. The Euro FCNB is there. So FCNB provided you with Swift code, is a code called Swift code, FCNB NGLAXXX, for those making an international transfer by USD, pounds, or Euro. So we say send proof of payment to your sponsor along with the name, phone number, email for registration. Your sponsor will contact the company admin for you. That's the national admin's contact. And we have here the ticket booking. We're inviting you to our seminar this Saturday at the headquarters. Invite your friends, book a ticket for them. If you invite them without the tickets, they can't have access to the hall. Previously, we placed a tag of 5,000 naira to ensure that people will book it, but now that person didn't book. That person didn't book, wasn't invited by a ticket. The person can't enter the hall. There's no amount to be paid. The person won't have access to the hall. Every person that comes that day is traceable to the person who invited them. You understand that? And it's done for good reason. Thank you so much. Connect with the 09032119017 or 081-2208-3712, and you will be given good details. Just reach to them, tell them you want the ticket to be given to you. So thank you so much. I will then introduce to us the hub admins of SWIFTtrip in the house, and let's see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have Dr. Tamke, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Edo State. I will share my screen. Alright, so that you on Telegram will be able to get good details. Ambassador Dr. Tamke is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Edo State. Connect with him to get your prospects registered. If someone sends you a proof of payment and you're in Benin City, Edo State, connect with Ambassador Dr. Tamke. His phone contact is here, and he will give you full information on how to an activation code. If you don't know how to make use of the activation code, just let him know, and he will as well guide you on how to make use of it. It's very easy. Registrations are easy. Just know that we don't share links. Once a proof of payment is sent to you by the person who told you, don't bother sending to your sponsor. You are already a shareholder. Send it to the admins in your state. Ambassador Evangelist Tommy Sunday is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Imo State, Owerri. Connect with him to register your prospects. His phone contacts should be somewhere. Ambassador Tommy Sunday, your phone contact is not on your bio. Do just like Ambassador Tommy Sunday. You can see SWIFTtrip Edo State Hub Admin. Phone contact there so that those on Facebook can also have access to you. Thank you so much. And we have Ambassador Cyprian. See the phone contact there. He is the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Enugu State. So Ambassador Cyprian, you can update your bio. I'm not seeing the Enugu State hub admin. Can also do just like Ambassador Dr. Tamke, SWIFTtrip Edo State hub admin, phone number. So Ambassador Cyprian, you can do the same. SWIFTtrip Enugu State hub admin. So when anyone open your profile, they'll be able to know instantly. Ambassador Hanaf, SWIFTtrip hub admin, Oshun. So you put a slash, put your phone number on it, Ambassador Hanaf. Thank you so much. So if you are in Oshun State, connect with Ambassador Hanaf to get your registration processed. Ambassador Dr. Nna, yes, the phone number is there and says SWIFTtrip hub admin Abakaliki. So connect with him if you are in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Thank you so much. And Madam Selling says SWIFTtrip Owerri hub admin. Selling, and you have the phone contact there. Connect with her if you are in Owerri, and it's going to be awesome. And we have Ambassador Martins. Okay, so Ambassador Martins, on your bio, you do the same. SWIFTtrip hub admin, Italy. So you add Italy, and then you add your phone contact to your bio. That will help the viewers over here to have good connection with you. Then we have Madam Chinoyerem. Yes, she did hers properly. She says SWIFTtrip hub admin, Germany, and the phone contact is there. So if you are based in Germany, connect with Madam Chinoyerem for your activation. Great. Hope I'm not skipping anyone. Thank you so much. I'm Honorable Richard Tinadi. And it's time for me to recognize those joining us today for the first time. We have Cathel Smith. This is your first time, and we're happy to connect with you. Can you unmute your mic to speak? Click the middle button at the bottom to speak. We have Q Agency. Thank you so much for being here. You are welcome, and your mic is unmuted to speak. Click the unmute button, you'll be able to speak. And we have, let me see if we have any new friend again from those two. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Joyce, okay, it's not your first time. Thank you so much. Others are able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Thank you so much for all you do. And we had a lot of new members. Maybe network took them out. Sorry about that. Network has been very, very challenging. And on my Facebook, I've also tried to open up my page today so I can read out our comments, but I'm having some glitch on network as well. It's quite very challenging here in Nigeria these days with our network, but that will be resolved, I believe, soonest. I'll be back to stable network. All right, so thank you so much, able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Do we have any um, question from the new friends? I think I cited Cartel Smith. I also cited Q Agency. And before or while you're trying to speak, if you're speaking now, we can hear you, not until you unmute your mic to speak. Let's hear from Ambassador Dr. Unna, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Ebonyi State. Sir, you are welcome to give us a review and advice to us joining SWIFTtrip today for the first time, and also to the able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Thank you so much. Can you unmute your mic, boss? Ambassador Dr. Unna, your mic is muted. I can see your mic from here, it's still muted. All right, let's hear from Plenty Wealth in Ebonyi State as well. Plenty Wealth, how are you doing today, Mr. Augustine? Is this network challenge? I believe we can hear me on the Telegram call. Ambassador Hanaf, how are you doing today? Can you unmute your mic to speak? If you can hear me, raise your hands. Just raise your hands. I will be sure you can hear me, and I will mute your mic. Ambassador Dr. Tommy Sunday, thank you. Can you unmute your mic? Let's see, and be sure it's not network holding orders back.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Great. So thank you so much. Give us an advice to everyone joining us today for the first time, and to we, the able shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Thank you so much, sir.
We thank God for the presentation of today, the analysis and the challenge. We've learned a lot today, and we don't have any excuse to give at this time. We need to get busy and carry our business on our head, like one of us normally say. We're on a campaign, and we have to tell the world about what we have. If you don't beat your drum and dance your dance, and nobody will do that for you. So we have something massive in our hands, and we need to talk about it. Broadcast it everywhere you go. Tell the story of SWIFTtrip with passion, and watch people who are meant for this project come on board, with ease. Those who argue and debate, perhaps they are not meant for this.
Exactly.
But then let's give people time to reflect and learn more about the platform, and then take informed decisions. Let's not give up on people easily, because some of us, we found it difficult to grab decisions sometimes. We eventually got to take position. So SWIFTtrip is an act of financial security and safety that we all need to get into before the door closes, because it is time bound. This is a time for us who are yet to be involved to get involved. If you are not a member yet, please register even now, today. If you don't have money, go look for it. and make sure you sign up before the price goes up, before it becomes, the door closes. So I want to advise every one of us to ensure that we don't miss SWIFTtrip. And for our members and leaders and colleagues, let's keep the fire burning, and let us support us. And like I said, we are supporting you. This vision must be realized.
Thank you, sir.
Whether the devil like it or not, it is a done deal.
Amen.
To God alone be the glory,
Amen.
because this is a divine project.
Amen.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much to Ambassador Dr. Tamke, Dr. Tommy Sunday. The T in your name wants to always make me say Tamke. Tommy Sunday. Thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip, and that's the ambassador of SWIFTtrip in Owerri. So we'll be back again by 8 p.m. tonight. Ensure that you share the link with your friends, share the information. Just find one person today that tells you, I have not heard about SWIFTtrip. Invite that person, and it's going to be a global name. SWIFTtrip will be a household name. People will be proud to own the app on their device. Many has not really understood what's coming. So it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be great. Thank you so much once again. We bounce right to the top, and we give glory to God for all he has done for us, leading us all through from the beginning of this to the end of it. We say may his name be praised forevermore. In Jesus' name. Do have a great time. See you again by 8 p.m. tonight. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.